What up, what up, what up? How is everybody doing on this old Sunday fun day? Hopefully y'all are having as fun as I did today. What up, what up, what up? Well, let me turn. How is everybody? Sorry about that. I had it going in the background. So, anyway, Sweden, what is up, buddy? Ain't it past your bedtime? No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad you're here, buddy. Oh man, I had one heck of a day. Got off the stream last night. Unfortunately, somebody came on right as soon as I was finishing up, and so I told him I'd be on here today, and hopefully he's here. If not, I'm going to go for a little bit. Probably not as long as I did last night, but I made a promise. Playing some GTA. Nice. So I'll be on here for a little bit, and but my day was pretty. Well, I'll talk while I run over to the tractor. My tab key's kind of sticky. I think I spilled a Dr. Pepper on it or something. But anyway, had me a little baby calf today. That was exciting. The mother was, not as full grown as the rest of them, and I had to help pull it out. So that was really fun, let me tell you. All kinds of nervous, and but everything's okay. She's healthy. She's on the ground, and she's getting cleaned. She's having trouble standing up, but just give it time. She'll be up and around, running just like the rest of them. So that gives me 3 calves now, and just exciting. I got another one on the way. I think she'll probably have it tomorrow. I'm not for sure. That's enough about me. I am smoked, but I'm still going to get on here because one of my community members really wanted to get on here and chat, so I'm going to give them the opportunity today. We'll see if he jumps on here. If not, I'll go for about an hour or so, and we'll go from there. Just got to figure out how we're going. If y'all didn't watch, you need to go check him out. Farmer Brian did his first live stream today. He had a little bit of technical difficulties, but he overcame them, and he did a darn good stream. And I was trying to juggle helping give a cow birth and watching his stream on my phone. And yeah, it was really chaotic, let me tell you. Is that up or down? That's what I thought. Okay. So we're just going to be creating some more fields, putting some trees down. I've got a problem. Off camera here while I was waiting, I went ahead and deleted this part of the field we did because if you look, I made an uh-oh. And it's a big uh-oh. And I got to figure out the best course of action to fix it. Okay, so I'm going to try to pay attention. My mouse doesn't follow a track really good on OBS for whatever reason it is. Okay, so I found my mouse on here. So if you're watching, this right here, this is a road that comes down. This field's too long. Okay, it needs to be about half that. It's still a big field, but what I did on accident, everything's to scale and accurate over here except for this part. And I think I need to bring this road up because this part right here is only a 1/4 mile. So it'd be about right in here, and then it goes this way. And I have it going down a little bit farther. So I've got to redo all of this down here and move everything up for say, and take a little bit off of this field on the length, but it's the right width. So we're not going to do that. I'm going to do that off camera because it's kind of a pain. But that's the problem is. But so we'll stick up and around this area and try to figure it out because we'll have to bring the road up another half mile, another 1/4 mile or so to make these fields right. So that being said, that's probably what we'll do, and just start creating some more fields. How's the GTA life, Sweden? Kicking rear ends and taking names or what? Actually, you know what? Nope, I can't do that. It's fine, but the server's just crashed. Well, that sucks. Don't you hate that stuff? It's 2024 and servers are crashing. I mean, what kind of world we live in? What the hell? It's a real pain, I bet. I bet. Alright, so I have got to get a game plan now, because if we're going to shift everything up, man, that kind of screws me, per se. And I probably shouldn't have deleted that field. I should have probably deleted the other end. It gives you more time to focus on stream. Well, I appreciate it, buddy. I'm pretty sure GTA has got more followers than I do. It's probably a little bit bigger than me. By a lot. I heard, is the GTA 6 coming out? Or when's that supposed to be out, or have you heard? Okay, so that's 6. So we need to go to 2025. Yeah. I mean, it just seems like it takes forever to get out. So if we go to 5,500, that would be 1,000. Man, I got to really think about this. This is a conundrum, guys. Oh, I apologize. Almost just kind of got to fix it now. Now I kind of wish I wouldn't have deleted this portion, because this is a hedgerow. It goes straight across. That'd be the half-mile part. So this needs to be a quarter-mile. So let's go. I apologize. So, this sucks. Do all that work for nothing, pretty much. And I already got trees down over here, and that's going to be a pain in the ass. But you live and you learn. That's okay. We have the technology. We can fix it. Because I'm thinking that... So this would be right, because this field lines up with those trees coming across. So this would be the start of this field. So everything south of this needs to change. But I'd have all those trees over there, and that's kind of a pain, but that's okay. It really is okay. Let's find... Okay, so if this is a half-mile up here, let me do math in my head real quick. I'm not no mathematician. So if this is 6,500, so we need to go this way 250. So that'd be 750. I don't know what I was thinking making this a half mile. Okay, so right there is pretty darn close. So let's jump up in the sky. And right here is where the road needs to be. That's Pretty short distance, ain't it? Let me look at Google Maps real quick. See what we got going on here. Okay, so there it is. Yep, it's pretty tight in there. That's a half mile. So yeah, that'd be just a little bitty quarter. It's weird how you drive on stuff you just don't pay attention. So let's make this right. Let's just shoot it and go. Alright, so we need to find mud. Light is what I've been using for my roads because it's the most realistic, like color wise. Get it the same size as that road, and then we'll put it on here to give us just a little bit more. Hit the left shift to hold it in place, and we will follow this down. Right there. Okay. Something about that just does not look right. Like it looks like it's supposed to. Let me check this out from the truck view. It's the only way I can 100%. That's how I view it from my perspective in real life. Okay, so we're coming around the corner here. That's probably right. Something about that field. Let me make sure here. Something's not lining up right. That off just looking at it. All right, where am I here? That's right. That's right. You know what I'll do? Because it doesn't look right. I'll meet halfway in the middle. And what we'll do is we'll leave this as a marker. And then I want to bring this field up here. Let me get over into the other tractor here. Hopefully I'm not goofing it all up. But anyway, how's everybody's weekend going? My brain is just fried, it seems like, for the weekend I had. Cut across country here. Because this is all right. Been great, except I got my grades. Man, they were not good. You know how many times I heard that when I was growing up with my grades? I get it, man. It was ridiculous. Okay. We almost kind of got to do this way. We are going to Let me get my GPS maker on, because this field that's right here is not that big. Get lined up. About right there is perfect. And we need to hit Y to let create fields and lower that thing down and let her eat. And just pretty much stop messing with it. And then I need to take the real speed on so we can actually plow some stuff and go to town with it. Very well, I'm glad everybody can get on here and spend some time with me on Sunday. I know a lot of people are getting ready for work and everything like that, or school. Or I guess with it's Christmas time, I'm sure maybe a lot of kids that are in school ain't going to school tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to have an episode, and I'll put it in the community chat so everybody knows. I probably won't have an episode tomorrow, and what I'm thinking about doing this week is kind of just don't expect an episode because of the holidays and get that over. And but if I have a free second, I'll jump on there and live stream. So if y'all are liking and subscribing and stuff like that, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get notified when I do live stream. And we'll just, you know, go from there. Just because it's just going to be hectic trying to get everything done with Christmas and everything like that. So I think that'd probably be the best move on my part. Having that calf today kind of really threw my plans out of the water. So I apologize. It is what it is. Hopefully y'all understand. But I'll probably go live a couple times this week. And it won't be this. I might do the BTO to get some of that harvest done. Might switch it up. And there's probably a slimmer chance I'll do the Riverbend Springs live, but there is a chance of that. But we'll just see how good of a mood I'm in and if I'm ready to get on or whatever. But as you all have probably heard, I'm trying to get on there with Farmer Brian for Saturday's live stream. And see if he can help me on this map here. So that'll be pretty cool, I think. And this side over here, get it lined up. Don't have to be perfect. Because that field right there is the shape of it, but it kind of was a little, I don't know, it just didn't seem right. So this is probably the reason it probably helps. So I need to shift that farm this way, and that field's a little bit longer anyway, so that'll end up looking good. The only thing is just I'm going to have to redo a lot of work over there, but I'll do that off camera. But I need to line this up and everything to get stuff going. But what's cool is I won't have to delete that. I just got to run the road to it because there is another field on that side. And all I got to do is over there on that farm, I just got to get rid of the trees somehow and move everything towards us. So it won't be too bad. I will adapt and I will overcome. I always hate doing things over and just do it right the first time, and I just was so happy and excited to do this series. I guess I just wasn't paying attention. So for that, I apologize, but it is what it is. We'll get through it, and we'll give you a quality, how you say it, a quality stream.
I don't know where you
Well,
are.
I wasn't talking to you. My phone was listening to me, guys. Sorry about that. And that's scary if she doesn't know where I'm at. And this right here, we're going to kind of rotate it down. And from here, we will go up at a slight angle. It is creepy that your phone can always hear you, Sweden. It really is. I don't like it. Like, if you even say something close to her name, she'll try to come up there and say stuff like that. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, good, because I wasn't asking you. And that sucks because I can't say her name because she'll come up and say it again. And then this doesn't go all the way to the end. It's one of those weird shaped fields. It really is. And it's a little bitty thing. Like, we'll probably go up one more, like a half a row. And that'll be it. And then this is all like hay, you know, cattle / hay cutting area. So we'll model that. So maybe I'll just use this stream to kind of fix my mistake. I'm not for sure. And it comes down pretty abruptly. It's like a waterway, really. That's what causes it. A lot of waterways that never really have any water in it. I'll turn around here and line back up and go half. Kind of like that. Probably right in there, to be honest with you. Close as a hit. Horseshoes and hand grenades. So are you out of school, Sweden? Or do you just get the day off or whatever? Last day was Thursday. When do you got to go back? January 8th? Oh, okay. And we'll just kind of line that up here. So this is kind of what that field really looks like. Okay. So just for this purposes here, I want to see how much we don't have to redo over here. Let's jump back up in there and go to construction and run that. Go ahead and run that road. So, still rolling. I guess I Ghost Ridered it a little bit. Click this. No, too big. Click it right here. run this way. And we can just kind of run it forever because it'll be a road. So in our roads in Kansas, they go straight. They're all gridded off in mile sections except for, you know, this goofy thing. So over here we need to go to grass. And let's go ahead and get the big one. And I want to line up here. Close as I can, anyway. That way I know we don't have to, which will make this field look, because this field's pretty big. Like I didn't, when I made this field, I didn't think it was, well, I didn't think it was this field here. I didn't think this gap was wide enough. So there, pretty much everything needs to be shifted this way, and this all needs to be shortened from here to here. So that won't be too much. It's just getting all the trees, and I'll have to remake this back here. So it ain't a big thing, but for all intents and purposes of this video, we're gonna, yeah, because this field looks a lot better than this one did. So I always thought that was too big. And then there's like a little farmhouse that's in here, and then like I said, this is all grassland. So this can all stay plowed, and we're gonna have this shape. So this will need, we need to copy that. So let's go ahead and get rid of this part, because that's not going to be our road no more. Okay. And then we need to come down to the mud again and go copy this one. And just run it straight down. Not the whole time, because it doesn't go the whole way. But it just comes into the farmyard and then everything like that. It's like an access road, because there's kind of like an access road that comes back around through here down to the river and everything. So it'll, a lot of these fields back in here all are off that road, and this road that comes through here. So yeah, it's interesting, very interesting. So let's go ahead and make this field, we'll bring it up to this, since we're right here in this area. I hate doing rework, but it is what it is. Try to get lined up. Best I can anyway. And of course, it's going to grab another extra little node out there. That's always great. Ain't nothing but a thing, though. But yeah, so I thought Farmer Brian did really good today. I don't know if any of y'all caught that stream or not. He had a lot of, you know, honestly, I was kind of a little jealous, because his first stream was a lot more active than my first stream. But I had Sweden, so I count that as a win. But yeah, he did really, really well. I know he had some issues, and but no, he knocked it out of the park, you know. But you're gonna have some mishaps on the first stream. It is what it is. Can't get really mad at that. Growing pains anyway. I probably did that too wide. It's alright, we'll clean it up. Rotate that back over. And we'll be running a fence through there. Gonna have to delete the old one. So pretty much where I had this originally, that's where this field needs to end this way. You missed his stream? It was pretty good. Get the opportunity, Sweden. You got some free time. Definitely check it out on after it gets uploaded. He did pretty good. I don't think you would, except for the problems he had, you would not have guessed it was his first stream. I can't remember. It was at least an hour and a half. The second one. I can't remember how long he went on the first one because he had to redo it because he wasn't getting chat and he wasn't getting no audio or something. In-game audio, I think. He was having trouble with OBS. But I want to say it was at least an hour and a half. But he had to, he's got to get up and go to work, and he gets up like at 2 a.m. So he was probably ready to go to bed. And I was in and out on it because I was kind of watching it on my phone. I had it on my phone, and like I said, I was out there helping deliver a calf, so and I had some people out there watching me deliver the calf and everything, so I was kind of trying to entertain, watch a stream, and but I am a man of my word. I told him his first stream I'd be on there and support him, and when I found out I couldn't chat, I was talking to him on Discord, which ain't chat, but meaning he would have to get off his stream to look at Discord. But no, he did pretty good. I'm pretty proud of him. I'm actually kind of excited to have him on here to help me. Again, that's the plan this Saturday at 7, subject to change, depending on my schedule and his schedule, obviously. But we're going to try to collaborate and do that. So it'll be fun. Pretty excited about it, and I have no idea why I'm not taking a full swath, but I'm not. I need to get one of them mobile repair stations because this thing's only pulling at 8 miles an hour now. Wear and tear is going down. Can't remember who was telling me. Somebody said I needed to wash my vehicle. That helps with the wear and tear. I have not tried that yet, but we will definitely be taking a look at that at a later date. I'm going to make another pass so I can turn around decent without leaving these little strips that I had to come back for on my turnaround zone. But yeah, everything else looks pretty realistic. I'm liking it so far. this corner, like I said, this little section right here was really throwing me for a loop, and I didn't recognize what I was doing wrong. And then I jumped on here before stream. I was like, oh, that's only a quarter-mile long. That's not, I was like, dadgummit. Because there's a lot of hours of work into these fields, you know, and it just kind of sucks when you got to redo something because you didn't get it right. But, you know, like I said, should have done it right the first time. That's my fault. I got to pay for it. And Sweden, I have not looked at that mod list stuff yet. That'll be something I will be looking at here pretty quickly. And I'll get that out so people can kind of see what I think that was a darn good idea. And I'll definitely have to go look at that. I got your message on Discord, so I'll definitely be checking him out. Got to kind of watch some of these other streamers, you know, to kind of see how they go about doing stuff and taking good things from them that they do, or stuff I should know for say, and I don't. I hope it reaches out there and touches that. And it's probably not going to. That's right. I have a little plan for that little guy right there. We'll just go that way. Cut over a tooth. Probably won't understand a thing he says because he talks Swedish. That's all right. I'm not no language expert, but I can sit there and watch somebody and kind of understand, you know, what they're saying based on what they're doing, you know. And that's how you kind of pick up on some stuff. But the mod list that you're talking about is down in his description, so I really just kind of got to look at that and see how it's set up. So I don't think that'll be nothing but a thing. Honestly, I mean. And then all else that fails is if I got to, I can turn the subtitles on and then translate. Swedish is kind of similar to English, so you might understand some things. Okay. I'm already liking this language already. I have to look and see if there's like a delete mod out there yet, so I can just go through and delete these trees. That'd be the quickest way. I do have the lumberjack mod on, and I'd still have to saw them. I'd just rather go up to each one of them, just hit delete, but because I don't think Power Tools has that, and they don't have Easy Dev out yet. Not gonna lie, I miss Easy Dev. Just line this little section up right here. And it should link up with that extra node down there. So that is fixed. Then we're going to jump in the old handy dandy truck and get other things figured out where the fields need to end over there. A lot of work. That is up. And we will park this right here. And the tap button's a little sticky still. I can't believe I did that. Okay, so we need to come over here. Quarter mile, so that's 67. And I do believe we'll just run up over here and just get the measurement right. Okay, so we are at 64.93, so 65, so at 7,000. Should be a half mile, 7,000. So yeah, that's about right. Yeah. So right here is where this field should end. So let me hot dog over here. Hey Wesley, how's it going? Okay. I'm just fixing a screw up here. Glad you can join us. Construction. Paint. Winning grass. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I know I keep sounding like a broke record, but I was pretty busy today delivering a calf. Been watching her all day, so I'm kind of smoked, tired. Don't know how long we'll go tonight, but I promised one of my community members I'd be on here tonight. I haven't seen him yet, but I made him a promise, so I'm here. Yeah, we don't need to go that big. There ain't that big a field gap. We'll go about like that. Shift. Oh, I messed up. Shift. Alright. Get a straight edge here. So that's where that field is actually supposed to stop. And that's going to look a little bit more accurate. So what we'll do is we'll get out of our truck, out of this, get back in our truck. Run down over here. That looks a lot more realistic. Man, I've got so many trees I'm going to have to delete. Golly. Okay, so this, I think I had this. Let me see how long I had this field. Because we already got this all plowed up, so I don't have to plow this field again. Okay, so it is, where's that coming at? I want to say 72, 22. Let's see, around about the same area at the end of this field. $73.28, so 100 meters is what I was basing that on. Yeah, that'd be about 1/10 of a mile. So 7,100 is where this field needs to go. Oh man, I really hate fixing this stuff. So there's 7,000. We'll just call that circle 7,000 on the back of that arrow because I can never tell what part of the truck is. So 7,000 there, so we need to go 7,100. All right. Nope. Now back up. Somewhere right in there. Back to construction. Okay, so now let's get grass again. Apologize, people. Gotta just fix it. So right in here. Not gonna be perfect, but there's our starter line. Now let's kind of see what I got going on here. So if I click on this, for instance, and hit the shift, can't go nowhere else. I wonder if it'll stay. Okay, so it will stay. So let's zoom out to where this is. Do that. It's not horrible. Okay. I'm going to kind of do this the best I can, so bear with me. Don't laugh too hard. Come out over here. Okay. And we'll just round that corner off. Perfect. Then we'll go bigger and get rid of all this. Try not to destroy other fields here. I wish this would go bigger though. I do wish that. And I did what I said I didn't want to do. That's great. So Wesley, you having a good weekend, buddy? Doing anything fun? Chasing girls, getting presents, what? Yeah, getting gifts. 'Tis the season, they say. Sorry, I'm doing Bob Ross Simulator right now. I don't know if any of you know who that is, but fixing a mess up. But this is a lot quicker than having to replow everything. Gotta be real careful. I'm going to put a little tree right here. And you don't tell nobody. Oh, I love it. Okay, so with this is where, and I'm going to change it over to a circle. What is that? B. Nope. Okay, there we go. Because this is where this turns around. And this is kind of angled off, like so. It's weird how it kind of makes almost a perfect half circle. And then obviously all these trees up over here will have to come and be moved, so I got that going for me. That straight edge thing is awesome. Well, while we're in here, let's go ahead and get some trees thrown in there. We ain't got to redo that. Trees. We'll go ahead and do the old oaks. Because I don't think I have any of these other trees here. And little bitty, medium. And we will... My computer's probably going to hate me with all these darn trees. And this falls just around because this is a creek back here. Little waterway. And Sweden, I did... I still got not downloaded it, but it's real water and ponds or streams. So there is, like I was telling you the other day, there is a mod for that so we can add water. It's not going to be top priority, but we will do it. That stops right there. And then now we need to, let me get back to paint. Go grass one more time. About done, fixed our mistake here. Paint that in. And just like that. Okay, so now we need some barbed wire. Where is barbed wire? There it is. Come out, wherever you are. Barbed wire. Man, I really wish, you know, for lack of better terms, and I'm sorry to cuss here, but I wish they'd have a barbed wire fence that just looked like hammered dog shit. Kind of like this one. See what that looks like. Probably alright. Because this barbed wire fence here is really old and rickety. Why do I got a restricted area? So let's go ahead and place that and wait for the area not to be replaced. Man, this whole area is restricted. Ah. That is crazy. Well, we'll have to get old Farmer Brian on that. Hopefully he knows. And then this, you're right here at the corner. Come back just a little bit. And then go over 2. Alright. So now that that's fixed, let's get out of this. Yeah, that don't look too bad. Look like an old hedge post. I'll worry about all that stuff later. But that'll give us an idea. That field looks a little bit more accurate now. It's funny, I don't have access to put a fence there, but I can do other stuff. That makes absolute no sense. I do love this old F-150 though. Pretty slick. I don't know too many F-150s got a new gooseneck hitch in the back of them. This thing's definitely got the horsepower, but it don't have the weight to not get pushed around. See, that's a lot better. That is a lot better. I'll have to round that corner off later. So, pretty much now the last thing I gotta do to, I'll fix that later too, but we gotta go up here and replow all this up here. From here all the way up to this corner. Ta-da! Real quick, let me look at something. Okay, so that will be right, but I need to extend that road up there another 500 meters. That's okay. We got a game plan. That's all that matters. We got a game plan. But yeah, so we use all old hedge posts because they last forever. Those fence posts have probably been in the ground for 100 years, to be honest with you, man. Let's go ahead and fill this vehicle. Oh yeah, I forgot. Do that, then this. Okay. Diesel. Yes. Have to get a get it repaired too. Get lined up on this row here. Lower that thing in the ground and get to work. And do I have to create fields again? Yep, that's what I had to do. That's good to know. See, this is what happens when you make a decision without thinking. All that work for nothing. But we're sitting at about an hour right now, so what I'll do for this stream, just because it is Sunday, I'll finish this in, and then however late I go to finish this in, then I'll call it. I figured that guy that really wanted to be on here would have been on here already. But guess not. But I told him I would, and I'll be. There's two things I won't be called: a liar and late for supper. Promise you that. So if I can do this without taking out my truck. That makes two of us, yeah. You know what I'm talking about, Sweden. Supper's important, and your word is just as important. If you ain't got your word, you ain't got nothing. You can be a millionaire all you want. Can't keep your word, nobody gonna believe you. But yeah, so like I said, just a reminder, this week I probably won't put out no videos. Just because of the Christmas time, and I like to rest and relax too with everything going on. I'll only get one day off from work this week. So I'm going to be pretty tired, and I'm live streaming tonight, for that one feller that wanted to jump on here. But so instead of live streaming, I should have been making a video. But it is what it is. I have fun jumping on here and talking to people. That's the cool thing about this the most that I think about live streaming. I don't really necessarily, worry about as much with the views and everything like that. I worry about the chat more, if that makes sense. I think it's cool as shit to be talking to people all around the world. And if you don't, that's weird. So you really find out, all these people all around the world, you got a lot in common. It's just neat. Now I'm going to see if I can be a real awesome dude here and line this up. All right, turn now. I have to shave a little bit of corner off. I think I'm going to be off just a little bit. Yep. I didn't do that good enough. That's kind of why I like Casso. His chat always makes fat jokes. I went and watched him like I told you I would. Man, I got in there and I watched him and I kind of liked it, but I was trying to get in there and get a chat, and man, I don't think I could get a word in there edgewise. He had so many people. I said, I made a decision. I was like, this guy don't need me in here goofing off. But I will say this, he definitely had a following, so he's got something figured out, so hats off to him. The only reason he got famous is because of short form videos. Oh, really? I honestly... how to say it, like, there's a lot of farming simulator guys that I like to watch, and I ain't going to name names because I'm going to pick apart some of their stuff that I don't like. But they went viral and he blew up. I don't know what I was doing here. God, I need a hole in my head. Oh, that's why, because that little spot there I wanted to get. But a lot of the YouTubers that I watch for Farm Sim, I've noticed their videos have gotten shorter. Like, I'm talking like 9-10 minute videos, unless they're live streaming. And I was sitting there, I was like, man, you can't really get it, I don't know, it's just not long enough for me. Like, I need more than 9 minutes. But, they got views going through the roof, so I guess leave them with wanting more. But the thing about it is I like, with me when I create my videos, if my videos ain't a minimum of 15 minutes, like, I'll go in and try to add some stuff. But I like mine sitting about 20, 23 minutes, I think is a good one. And then the ones that I don't do the hour-long ones or anything, I've thought about it, but I was like, well, if I'm just going to go an hour, why don't I just live stream kind of thing? Then I ain't got to stay up all night editing that thing. But yeah, so I think, me personally, and this is just my opinion, everybody's got one. I'm used to 30, 40 minute long. Oh, okay. Probably because most of the younger generation attention spans are fried. Yes. A lot of them got that squirrel mentality. But I mean, 30, 40 minutes, I guess, ain't too bad. But it's like, it's right there on the cusp. But man, I just ought to live stream. And I edit all my own videos, so I don't send them off and have an editing team do that stuff. So I've actually got to sit down, record, and figure out how I want my episode to go and everything. And then I gotta, after I'm done, I gotta get my wheel and my steering wheel and box and everything off the table and get into editing mode. And editing takes longer than making the video, or making the recording to edit. So that's why I kind of lean to live streaming. I only do it one time a week, except for this week, obviously. But that's why I do it, because man, editing takes so long. I'm not lazy, but holy crap. So it does take. Now, if I didn't have to edit nothing and I had somebody editing all my videos, power to them. They make it however long they want. But until that time, which I don't know if I'll ever honestly get to that, maybe, but probably not. Because I kind of like to have control over my videos. I don't want somebody else's interpretation not meeting my expectation and everything like that. And it's kind of like my baby. If I mess up, I only got nobody to blame but myself. If I have an editing team, then, well, I got somebody else to blame. But with that being said, I still have fun doing it. I do like editing, it does take time. But man, I tell you what, I am really surprised at. I'm surprised I'm at, as sad as it sounds, on a big global scale, here my little channel, I'm really excited that I got 68 subscribers. Unless it's changed already. Last night's stream, when I started last night's stream, I had 63. And by the time I got off stream last night, I had 68. So I am really excited for that. The channel's growing like crazy. It's just phenomenal. I would have never guessed I'd have been almost at 70 subscribers, a couple months in on this. So I'm really happy and blessed that's happening, and I can't thank nobody but you guys for thinking my stuff is pretty decent to watch, And I have kind of a big support group. I've noticed that too. Guys like Sweden, Wesley, you're there, and be at 1,000 in no time. Yeah, that would make it all worthwhile, wouldn't it? I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm gonna start. I don't want to say I'm not taking it seriously, but you're gonna notice I'm gonna be doing a little bit more, because at that point, I feel like the first 1,000 is the hardest to get. After that, it just goes. But I'm still learning the impressions and stuff like that. It's a lot to know and figure out. They say don't worry about the algorithm and stuff like that. Me personally, I don't give two shits about the algorithm. I really don't. Yeah, sorry for my language, but that's how I really feel. I'm going to put out what I put out, and I'll take, what people like just based on the views and stuff like that. Like, well, these guys really didn't like this one, so maybe change it up. Or if somebody says, hey, you ought to try this, I may or may not do it. But no, the support I've had since I've started this is just by all just cool to me. And as far as I know, I don't think there's, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, I don't think there's anybody else out there right now doing what I'm doing, trying to create my home map, on a blank map. I know a lot of modders, make the maps that they create, based on their area or whatever, for everybody else to play on. But to actually come in here and create the fields to scale the best you can, using GPS or what you see every day, I don't know if anybody else is doing that, so maybe that's why I did so good on that first video of the 16x map. You never know. It could have been keywords like map and FS25. You never know. So, but the views keep coming in and the subscribers keep growing. Live stream, there's more people talking now, and man, it's really cool. Never seen it before, Sweden? Well, like I said, I try to, I do try to stay original and not, do anything that somebody else is doing per se. It might be close, but it's not the same thing. I always try to have my own little spin on it. Now, originally when I came up with this map, it was on FS22, and I was hoping to live stream it and get a community and play on it. Well, I didn't have a PC back then, so it is what it is. But now that I got a PC and I can create it, 25's out. It's the newest thing. It'll be out for a while. I'm hoping, like we talked, Farmer Bryant, I'll take a corner, make it my home map, and gotta go, be right back, have to eat dinner. Hey, no problem. You ain't gotta apologize, Wesley. I appreciate you just coming in and taking time with me, buddy. If you come back, you come back. But yeah, Sweden, you can create your little corner when you get your PC built if you want to. If you don't have to. Just given the option. And then just kind of role play, Have somebody run a co-op. Make money that way, coming out and fertilizing and spreading lime, stuff like that. Exchanging money and services and everything like that. I think the squad kind of does that on their new map that they're playing on. But, like I said, it's still original idea thinking without stealing off somebody else. It's almost, I look at it like, like in the world of comedians, stealing somebody else's jokes and using them as your own, not coming up with your own stuff. I kind of view it like that. Now, obviously, the content will always be different and everything like that, so that's what makes it okay. Because you can only do so much, without kind of sort of copying off somebody else, I think. But I could be wrong too. And then you come up with little ideas like I've got here. I ain't personally seen it, but YouTube's a big place and Farming Simulator's a big place, and surely somebody's done it. You never know. I haven't seen it. All right, everybody, give me just a second. I'm going to go get me a Dr. Pepper real quick. My throat is parched. Alrighty. We got the Dr. Pepper that makes the world go round juice ready to go. I even brought two so I wouldn't have to go get another one. Alright. Sorry about that pause. There we go. Oh, that tastes so good. But yeah, long story short, hopefully y'all continue to enjoy this series because I really enjoy making content. You know, it's just like I said, taking pride in your home map. I got my Trocadero here. That almost sounds like a beer. Is it Trocadero? It looks like beer. Well, you know, different countries, Sweden got different drinking ages, you know. I know there's some countries over there by you that allow you to drink at 12 or whatever it is. I mean, I'm not judging. Let's be honest. I was sitting there watching Dad drink a beer one day and go steal a sip. Just a disclaimer, I do not condone underage drinking. Just putting that out there. But I will tell you what I was thinking when I was that age. It's an apple and an orange flavored. Oh, that sounds good. Trocadero. Huh. I'll have to look that up. See if I can't get screwed up and texting and driving again. Sweden, if you don't mind, take a picture of that darn thing if you can and send it to me in Discord so I can see it. First time you tried beer, he was 5. You're an overachiever now. Trocadero. Sweden, I'm looking it up and it keeps showing me a town. Something in Paris. Let me put drink behind it. Oh, there it is. Swedish Classic Sparkling Soda. Damn, they got a lot of flavors. Is it a glass bottle? Or is it a can? You know what that kind of reminds me of? Plastic and a can. Okay. Well, I just looked at. I know I see the plastic bottles, but there was one on there that had a glass bottle, and I could tell it's glass. You know what it reminds me of? Truth be told, don't take this the wrong way, Sweden. I don't know if they have this over there, but anybody in America that's around my age, it almost kind of. The can kind of reminds me of, if y'all remember the fruit stripe gum. You know, the flavor would only last for about 2 or 3 chews and it was gone. That's what the can kind of reminds me of. In a weird way. But yeah, I just typed that Trocadero and then put drink behind it. Otherwise it'll just show something in Paris. That's pretty cool. It does look like beer. You aren't kidding. What's the best flavor in that, Sweden? Or what's your favorite? Is it the apple and orange, or is that just what you had at the time? And another question I would have, Sweden, what is the difference between the Trocadero and Troca Must? That's the only flavor I know of except for the Christmas edition. Okay. So what flavor is the Christmas edition? Being since it's the Christmas season. Oh crap, there's a lot of big words in there, Sweden. Give me a second. Let me get turned around and I'll read it. Alright, Troca Must is a mix between Trocadero and Jewel Must. Jewel Must is a soda that is sold around Christmas. Oh, so is that Troca Must? Is that the... Okay, okay. That makes sense. Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, here's a site that says I can buy it. What is that site? MadeInScandinavian.com. $2.99 USD per bottle. Or I can buy it for €1.50 on TotallySwedish.com. Or Etsy. I can buy it on Etsy. Huh, that's cool. Oh, okay. Here's the description. Let me get turned around and I'll read it to people that don't know it. Sweden will obviously know this. Sent a picture of Jewel Must on Discord. Okay, I'll check that out. Okay, Trocadero 1.5 apple and orange soda. It's a soft drink with a taste and character of its own. The special taste is a result of a mixture of orange and apple in an exciting and unusual combination. Huh. And it was launched in Sweden in the 50s by Svenska Skafferi. Did I say that right, Sweden? I know I put my American twang on it for you, but let's face it, I want to do that a lot. It's not that exciting, but it's good. Well, yeah, they're going to make it sound way more exciting in the description to make you want to try it, Sweden. Come on now. That's business 101. I don't know if we read the same name. What do you mean, Sweden? Hey, Piper, what's going on, buddy? I haven't seen you in a while. How's things been going? Not exactly on point. Well, come hell or high water there, Sweden. I'm going to learn Swedish now. I'm going to do that in my free spare time. I bet you've been really busy. You are a workaholic, dude, and that's something to be proud of for sure. You're definitely one that can lay his head down at night, you know, knowing that he did a fine job, that's for sure. Man, you're telling me. I was just talking earlier about how tickled pink I was that I got 68 subscribers now. I haven't looked. Heck, I could have 10 more. Who knows? You know, it's just astronomical to me. Like I can't wrap my mind around it. And if you missed it, I had another calf today. What GPS am I using? It's Farmer Brian hooked it up to me. It's called Enhanced Vehicle Mod. And it helps create the fields. It's why my speedometer and everything down there looks a little weird, is what it is. It's a little weird using it at first, but trying to figure everything out and the key bindings, but it's pretty cool. One of these days I'm going to take time out and I'm going to set some buttons up on my side deal here, but I almost kind of want to Easy Dev has not come out yet. I really wish it would. What we've got now, Piper, is what they call power tools, and it's kind of the same thing. Here, I'll show you. So here's power tools. You can fill vehicle with diesel or grain or whatever. You can toggle super strength. You can go into flight mode. Toggle super speed. You toggle your HUD on and off, which is great for thumbnails, by the way. And you can add or remove money. Save game. Exit to menu. Restart save game. Fill. And then that's pretty much it. So it's not everything you want on like Easy Dev had, but surely that's around the corner. Yeah, like I want to be able to repair this vehicle without having to drive to the shop or buy a little deal. Like you can see here, we're not running very fast, and it sucks because I have another mod in there for the real speed limit mod in there, so I should be able to pull this at 10 mile an hour or 11 mile an hour at least. And we're only running at 8, and this is a flat map, so yeah. But man, I'm really glad you could join us tonight. I'm really excited when you jump in here. Hopefully everything's going good and you're having a good Christmas break and getting a lot of stuff done. And hopefully everything's going good for you. Just missed me and me mispronouncing some Swedish stuff. Sweden tell me about his drink he's drinking, so I had to look it up. It's pretty slow. Yeah. I've got to work tomorrow, Tuesday. I'm off Wednesday. And yes, I've seen them. They've also got a Fearsome Rhino on there. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Pretty good stuff, I ain't gonna lie. I watched it when they first built that stuff, and I haven't caught up. I'm probably about 3 episodes behind on Fearsome Rhino. And Bucks, I watch every now and then. I like Buck, but I'm not one that just follows every video. I'll catch him here and there, or if it comes on, and once I start watching it, I'll watch the whole thing, obviously. And then Grant, I watch both his stuff, his real life and his farm sim stuff. So yeah, they're pretty good guys. They've got this stuff figured out, and they know what they're doing for sure. Buck's a little crazy sometimes. I'm telling you what, that little feller is, and I don't mean to call him little because he could probably beat me up. He's a little stocky guy. He looks like he might have done wrestling in school at one point. He's a pretty buff little dude. Yeah. Yeah, he's jacked. I bet that old boy's probably got about maybe 7% body fat on him. You know, I'm not trying to fanboy about him or anything like that, but golly. He just looks like a brick shit house is what he does. I mean, I like to think I'm a pretty tough dude. I'm pretty good size, but I'm pretty sure he'd beat me in an arm wrestling match. Because me, I'm somewhere in between 6 foot and 6'1", depending on what shoes or boots I wear. It's usually boots, so it's usually 6'1". And I fluctuate between 205 and 215 on weight. And there ain't too many things I can't lift. But that guy, I'd hate to piss him off in a bar. Let's just say that. Average height, you know, honestly, I want to say, I know a lot of people's go-to is 6 foot, but I don't think it is. I want to say it's probably like 5'9", 5'10". Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Piper, 5'9". I think is the average height. Now, don't get me wrong, we got guys that are damn near 7 foot tall. All over the place, it seems like. Heck, I don't even think you can play college basketball unless you're 6'5". You know, definitely not in the NBA unless you're, what's that one little short fella used to play back in the 90s? Muggsy, I think is what they called him. But we're all corn-fed over here, Sweden. That's pretty much what it is. Except for your city folk. You get out about 10 miles out of town, it's it's all corn-fed people, girls and guys. Heck, there's girls over here that kind of scare me, if I'm to be honest. Okay, so that is fixed. Let's go ahead and let's put our tree line in over here. Go back to Bob Ross simulations again. Help if we're getting the right deal. Trees. Trees, trees. Old oaks. Zoom in. Make sure I got the right height. I think I'm going to go one size smaller. I've been playing GTA a lot. It's pretty fun. That's actually what Sweden was doing when he got on here. If it wasn't for that server crashing, he'd be elbows deep in it right now. I used to play when I had my PS4. I used to play GTA a lot. But I never really got onto the, what do you call it, the servers, per se. I never really understood it. Can't figure out how to make money with my business. Well, what kind of business you running? Is it a legal business? I did story mode, yes. I did like the story. I thought that was pretty cool. Sell stuff. What kind of stuff, Piper? I know about GTA. I know what they sell in there. You do story mode mostly? It's got a darn good story. I will say that. But you just got into the... Yeah, seeing the online's what I had a problem with. Like, I'd be in there trying to do something and somebody come up and smoke me out of nowhere. And then I was locked in a battle with them. They'd only respawn me every, 100 foot away from them. So it was constantly just dying over and over again. And I didn't like it. Probably because I wasn't any good at it. But you know how it goes. Okay, so that is fixed. Now we can jump on this side. Let's do this. Let's go back to painting. Green grass. When that happens, I just go into a private server. Now, see, if I was to play GTA again, I would get on one of them servers that does roleplay. That is cool. I can watch that GTA, and it's so funny. Like, I still watch, there's a guy, there's two of them. One's out of Canada, and the other guy's out of Florida now, because he used to live in California, but not to name drop or anything like that, but they're pretty good. Is a guy named Bay Area Bugs and Civ Ryan. That's, those dudes are pretty cool. Some things you can sell on a private server. Okay. Now, let's get out of this and go to our truck. Oh, I don't want a caps lock. What am I doing that for? Come on now. Loading in GTA. I'll tell you what I got. This ends up being 6,000 right here. And we did what? Let's go out of the map and look. Well, it hasn't caught up. Why not? Get out of here again. Well, one of these days the map will update. That's weird that it hasn't yet. Anyway, so what we'll do, there's what we need to do. This truck's fast enough, it'll make quick work out of it. Taking ages to load as usual. $750. So we need to go down to $750. See, this is why you don't mess up, because then you can keep your numbers even. Now I got to do goofy stuff. Okay, so right there, $750. So back to Bob Ross. Well, it ain't too much longer. Mud Light. Like that. And there's our mile section now. There we go. No, but for some reason when GTA is open, I can't use my second monitor, and it's like 20 seconds delayed, so I have the Steam open on my... Okay. Hey, Ryan, buddy, how's it going? Glad you can join us, man. Everybody's coming in. Heck, I was going to go ahead and get off here, and then we got Piper and everybody coming in. Not good, Ryan. What's the matter? You under the weather or what? I bought $50 in beef jerky, and my dog ate it all. Holy crap. I feel so bad for you. Well, it's one thing for, you know, your dog to eat all your beef jerky. That sucks. You know, that's one issue. But if your dog's inside, you're about to have a heck of a night, buddy. Because that is going to have some stinky dog farts, man. He's going to be gassy all night. But $50 is $50, and that's a lot of money. Oh, Piper, while you're in here, and Ryan, this is for you too. I've already told Sweden and everybody else. This week for Christmas, and I'll put a deal out on the community to remind everybody too. I will not be... oh, she's locked out, yeah. Some call it the Hershey Squirts, yeah. But I won't be making any videos this week, so don't expect no Monday, Wednesday, and Friday episodes. I'm going to kind of nonchalantly take the week off for the holidays. So I apologize for that. And then I will be coming back on Saturday. And I'm hoping, if everything goes right, I'll probably be streaming Saturday night, regular time, 7 o'clock my time. And I do believe I'm going to have Farmer Brian with me. We're going to try to collab on this map here. And what it's going to do to kind of help quicken things up, because I want to get this so we can role play on it. Piper, if you're wanting to, you and Sweden and Farmer Brian and me, I'm trying to get this map done as quickly as possible so we can all get on the same server and use this map for a roleplay server. Kind of like how the squad's doing their thing. But the only difference is I'm going to make this, and the idea behind this, and I'll just show you real quick. You might join to help people. Well, the original idea, so this is a 16x map, okay? I'm going to find my mouse. So about right here and down, we were thinking, or what I was thinking, this map here would be all my area. And in my town, because I want to do the town right there in the center. And then for, say, Farmer Brian up here on this quadrant, kind of make his area, you know, GPS. And then Sweden says his is all trees, so that shouldn't be too hard. And then if you wanted to, I can either continue with my map this way or whatever, and you can make your home area. And we can all help each other out doing the fields and everything like that. And then I want, you know, somebody running the co-op and stuff like that. But again, I'm going to try it out with Farmer Brian helping me with this. And pretty much what it's going to do is instead of me doing the outline of the field and have to come in and fill it, I can make the outline of the field, and then he can come in with a tractor behind me and fill the field, and I can go do other outlines of fields. And then when I get to a certain point, I can come back and we can put 2 tractors on the field, because this map obviously ain't going to have AI workers on here helping create fields and stuff. So that's kind of the idea. Subject to change. I don't want people getting too excited before we hash out all the details, but that's the plan. And I would love nothing more for that server, you know, for, you know, you 3 guys to get on here with me, because you guys are the original. And then obviously I can make other servers down the line for other people that want to come in and, you know, just have a fun day, or, you know, streaming with me or whatever. But that's my next goal with this map, is what I'm thinking. So if that's something you're down for, I wanted to wait till kind of after Christmas area, because of Sweden getting his computer fixed and everything like that and getting it good to go, so he can join in on us. And I think that'd be pretty cool. So well, good, I'm glad. I think it'd be pretty sweet to have y'all. I just got to work out the details, and you're going to have to help me, obviously, just like Farmer Brian, getting everything set up so we can hear each other, we can talk. When you talk to me, you know, if I'm live streaming, everybody can hear you on my side. And Farmer Brian said something probably have to be on Discord, you know, so it is what it is. We'll figure it out. I have faith. But to start off, to kind of get me up to it and everything like that, then that's what we'll do. You know, kind of learn as we go. I can make a Discord server just for that and make voice channels for that. Yeah, you and Farmer Brian probably have to get into that. I joined his little voice thing. He sent me a deal, so I think he's got one. So I don't know, you might link up with him, Piper. Or if it's better to have you make one for all of us or that channel, that's fine too. I don't care. I trust you guys. You know what you're definitely doing. But you're already doing, you know, with your busy schedule and everything like that, I can't thank you enough, because you're doing way more than you have to, and I appreciate it. We can all collab and, you know, I'll go all out. Okay. Well, I do appreciate the hard work, buddy. I really do. But the only thing about it is what we have to do is Sweden is 7 hours ahead of me and you, and 6 hours ahead of Farmer Brian. So that's the only thing. You kind of have to. There might be some mornings or late nights, but I think if we can all get past that and work together, I think it'll turn into something great. and I'd definitely like to be a part of that. But if it doesn't work for nobody, we tried kind of thing. Now this field I'm working on, I haven't talked about what I'm doing for a little bit. I've been talking about chat stuff. This field here is going to look like another random square field, but it has a waterway running right through the middle of it diagonally, and I'm going to put that in there. Yeah, Ryan's also in Wisconsin there, Piper. I'm picking up Wisconsinites like crazy on this channel. Yep, we have 3. I can't for the life of me think of the other feller's name. What was that, Piper? I want to say it started with a K, didn't it? What was his name? That's going to bother me now, because I'm usually pretty good with names. You don't remember? I'll have to look at that, remember what stream it was on, and I'll have to look back at the chat and see what his name was. Because that's the names are. I try to do my best. Evidently, I'm not going to remember everybody, obviously, but if I chat with you all the time, I'm usually pretty good. Or talking to you, I'm pretty good at remembering names. Pepper Jack. That's pretty good. My favorite cheese is Colby Jack. Fresh cheese curds? I don't think I've ever had fresh cheese curds. What will the series that we all play on be called so I can name the server that? Ooh, that's a good name, Piper. Ooh, that sounds really good, Piper. I don't know, let me think about that. Piper, I'm trying to think of what it would be. I mean, we could pretend Sweden's in America, and we could just call the map America because it has all 4 of us, but or mix the 2 names between Sweden and America, something like that. Come up with something goofy, but catchy at the same time. Maybe your town's name role play after America. Yeah, we could do. I don't know. Surely we can all come up with something. I'm guessing Sweden likes that idea. Just call it America. I like your style, Sweden. So, Piper, is the Cowboy Cole server, is that one technically finished, or are you still working on it? Because I don't know what I'm looking at, to be honest, buddy. It looks done to me, but You're the only one that could tell me if it's done or not. Damn close. Okay. Well, no rush. Definitely, you're doing that out of your own time, so I definitely appreciate it. I'm just happy I can chat with you guys for a little bit on it. A few things need to be worked out. Okay, well, you're the boss. You tell me, bud. But yeah, so this kind of little series here that I'm trying to create will probably be definitely, I don't know, probably be sometime in January, maybe February at the latest. For the voice chat server, do you want your role to be Sweet Saver or anything else? Swede works. Heck yeah. Yeah, there ain't no problem with that, Sweden. I love you being Swedish too. Makes me feel cultured knowing you. You can just put me as a cowboy Cole. That's fine. If that don't mess nothing up. Or you can put me down as Goober or whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me late for supper. Is that for a color me or somebody else? If it's for me, I'd say black, if that's an option. Or a liar. You're right, Sweden. You are right. Ryan, you were in Germany? Military kid? Oh, you're born there? I was in Germany for I think a total of, what was it, 2 hours one time. That's fine. That'll work for me, Piper. Man, teamwork makes the dream work, guys. Proof is in the chat. Had to change Piper's name to the Boss. D.A. Boss. Man with a plan that gets things done. Duh Boss. You know, kind of like Duh Bulls, Duh Bears. I don't know, that joke might be a little old for you guys. what was that, Saturday Night Live that was on? I think them guys, like, during that skit had, like, each one of them had, like, 2 or 3 heart attacks apiece. They're big old fellers. They like their bulls and bears. Yeah, I'm going to have to get old Farmer Brian to send me the mod of this tractor he did that's got 1,500 horsepower so I can pull this thing at 20 mile an hour. I think that's what he came up with. He showed me. Oh, I didn't know if you know it or not, Piper. Farmer Brian did do a stream today for the first time. So you have to go check him out when you got time. He did pretty good. He actually had a lot of chatting on there. That's what his biggest concern was. He didn't know if he'd have any, chats or anything like that. And like I said earlier, I was kind of jealous of it because he had a lot of chat going on. People I've never seen before. Speaking of that, LOL, I need to get back into modding. Yes. Yes, you do, buddy. But don't burn yourself too thin or stretch yourself too thin, bud. Do what you can. We'll all be happy no matter what. You watched it for a few minutes today? Which one? He had to jump off and restart it because he had some deals where we couldn't chat and some audio issues that he had to figure out, and then he'd come back on. So technically he did it twice today. The second one, I think he went for an hour and a half or so around there. And then I think the first one, he's probably about an hour. Not sure I was able to chat. I didn't, but I was able to. Okay, so that'd have been his second one. Because, yeah, I was on my phone out there delivering calves and watching it, and I couldn't chat on it. I even when I had a break, I came into the computer and put it on, and I still couldn't chat. And then he had to change it and come back on. So I was able to chat with him there for a little bit. But yeah, so this would kind of help out, like doing this live stream stuff with Farmer Brian out here. I could be moving on doing other fields and painting and terraforming and stuff like that while he's filling in the field. So I think that'd be pretty beneficial to have him on here. I don't know if he'll live stream while he's with me doing that. That's kind of up to him. I don't see no issue with it, but I'm so pissed at the Discord bots. They are not doing their job. Well, buddy, I'm going to be honest with you. I still ain't figured out what a Discord bot is. I know you explained it to me, but I don't really understand it. So, with that being said, I'm mad at them too. Man, there's a lot of people in here today. For a Sunday, I can't believe that. I'm tickled pink now. I just paid attention to that. Ryan, was you able to get on the Discord server that I posted yesterday? Thanks for joining. Ryan joined? Okay. Like, I got on Discord today, but that was just to message Farmer Brian while he was having trouble trying to tell him and what I was seeing from my end. But he kind of had his hands full, so probably didn't really have time to read most of it. But no, there's a lot of cool stuff on that Discord. It's pretty neat. You can see you can kind of see stuff from my farm in real life, what I've got going on here. Every time I get a new calf, I post it on there. That one today was rough. I actually had to help pull that thing. That was a first for me. I've never had to pull one. But that old girl was struggling, and I felt bad. But when you got as much money wrapped up into them things as I do, you got to get that calf on the ground no matter what. You know. And I've got one more that after the stream I'm gonna go check. As the server gets bigger, it will change a bit. What do you mean, Piper? Like, change why? Like, change is a good thing sometimes. That sounds hard. Man, you don't realize how hard you got to pull on them things. I would have never guessed I figured I'd just start kind of sort of yanking on it and then just kind of plop on out. No, I was grunting. Change for the better? Okay. You ain't got to explain it to me. I trust you, Piper. You'd probably sit here in 2 hours and explain it to me, and I'll be like, kind of like, oh, okay, and kind of understand it, but not know the whole thing. So I ain't going to sit here and lie to you and pretend I know what you're talking about. I need to learn it. I think it'd be a good thing to know. So maybe down the road, we'll get it figured out where you can kind of explain it for me and walk me through it. The better it will be. Like, do you unlock certain stuff at certain people? Is that what you're meaning? Does it kind of pop out if you pull really hard? Like a cork? First thing, kind of explain it, kind of, but it'll add more to do. Oh, okay. The best way to explain it, like today, I don't know how to explain it, but in detail, I don't think none of it's too bad. But the cow that had the baby today, I usually try to wait and on first-time heifers, which a heifer is a cow that haven't had a baby yet. So on first-time heifers, what I like to do is if they get pregnant, I try to make it to where because they got a 9-month gestation period just like human beings do. It takes 9 months to grow a calf. And what it is I try to, by the time they can get pregnant, by the time they're ready to have that calf, I like them to be 2 years old. And usually when you wait to be 2 years old, they don't really have any complications. You do earlier than that, then you got they might have trouble giving birth. Well, the bull I've got, one of them, he's got him a big old wide head on him, and he's kind of got some broad shoulders too. So that's kind of a recipe for disaster. Well, this one I had an accident where one of the bulls jumped the fence and everything like that, doing bull things, and got to her a little quicker than I'd liked. So she's not fully 2 yet. The other ones I've had it, they're over 2. They're good to go. Ain't had no problems. And I've got one more that's over 2, and she's getting ready. Like I said, she'll be this week anytime. Might have a Christmas Eve baby. I don't know. But she's tiny. And the baby is big because of the bull. So she was struggling a little bit. So I watched her, let's just say this, her water broke. And I was there when that happened because I would go check on her. When cows are calving, I'm out there either every 30 minutes or all day or at least at minimum an hour. Every hour I go out and check on them, and that's at night too. Like I've got my alarm clock set for every hour to go off while I'm laying in bed, and I'll go out there and shine a flashlight on them and everything like that. From the time her water broke at 11:30 today, she had that calf, I want to say at 2 or 3. I can't remember now. She had that calf. So, and all was coming out was the front legs. Well, if they come out back legs first, you got to shove them back in and spin them around. And I haven't had to do that yet, and I'm hoping to not. And she was the one I was thinking I might have to do that to, or she's going to have complications or something. But luckily enough, it was coming out the right way, but she was just straining, and I mean, it was almost too much for her. And I let her try to do the natural thing, leave her alone so she'd stay calm and do her thing. And, you know, after it first started coming out, you know, I was sitting there. She could never get the legs all the way out because you could tell it was catching on the head. And it's just like she wasn't open and wide enough, the nice way of putting it, and I could see she was kind of getting weak a little bit. So that's when I had to walk in and I grabbed the front legs, and they got a sack around it. And that's where I grabbed the legs, and I was sitting there pulling. And I just pulled, and then obviously I had to, it still was kind of being a little hard to pull. So what I did, and I don't know if it was the right thing or not to do, but it helped. I had to actually stick my hands in a little bit and I guess nonchalantly stretch a little bit and help, if that makes sense. And once I did that, the sack actually broke, and fluid started coming out, and then I seen the nose and the tongue and everything like that, so I kind of cleared the sack away from that, so that way that thing could breathe if it needed to, and it wasn't suffocating. And I just kept pulling, and as soon as I seen that, I pulled as hard as I could. And then once the head's out, it kind of just plops on out. I mean, there's not too much. It gets a little hung up on the ribs, a little bit, but that's the thicker part of the body. But once the head and the front legs go, the rest of it goes. So, sorry for the gross visuals, but that's what I did, and it took a long time to get that out. I bet by the time I started pulling, I bet it was at least 10, 15 minutes of pulling when I finally stepped in. And at that time, I think she was probably going on 30 minutes and hadn't passed it out yet. So it was rough, but it was exciting. And my worst fear is as I do more harm than good when I step in. But like I said, you got that much money wrapped in, you don't want a stillborn calf, that ends up dying during birth. So it's really important to get it on the ground. And that's my opinion. I'm sure there's a lot of ranchers out there with way more knowledge than I'll ever have that are just straight out looking at me going, "You're pretty stupid, bud." You know what I mean? But that's what I do. But the other one I don't think I'll have a problem on. Let me get turned around here, Sweden, and I'll read what you said. All right. No problem. Like I said, a few streams before, I've seen a cow give birth before. Oh, okay. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It really is. It's definitely something I think people ought to see. It'll give you a whole aspect on life, especially if you own the cows, or if you're helping somebody that owns the cows. You'll actually see the. I sent you the link to the server. It's almost done. Okay. But you'll kind of see the owner of them. If you're not the owner yourself, you'll feel it yourself. You'll kind of see a sense of pride, and you'll finally see it being all worthwhile. Like this project I've been working on with these cows have been going on for 2 years. The cows that are giving birth now, I bought them 2 years ago, and they are just now giving birth. So I'm kind of starting to see the return on my money for say. And then I have two options. I can either sell them at 4 weight at the sale barn and get my money now, or I can get reuse them and put them in another herd, and that way I have more babies in 2 more years and then start selling them. So it's kind of a big decision what I got to do for now. It's done, I think, actually. Okay. Let me pull out the old phone here real quick and I'll look at it, Piper. Okie dokie. Oh, okay. I see now. It's a voice server. Oh, I just seen that picture. Oh crap! What am I doing? Ha! Text and driving. Oh, that's another thing I gotta fix. It has everything. Okay. Golly, what'd y'all let me do that for? I did that last night on the stream. I'm horrible. I can't be looking at my phone and driving at the same time. I was sitting there looking at the jewel must. But yeah, we could do, something with that series I was thinking about, and you could bring more people on, than just us four if we wanted to at a later date. Like if, Piper wants to run his area, I run my area, and so on and so forth. And then, we could bring another guy in to run the co-op, like I said, and you run that as a business, buying grain from us at a certain price. We can put our own money and how much stuff costs and everything like that. We can put it to realistic standards. Just have something out on Discord or send emails saying what the crop prices are and everything. So, the sky's the limit on this, guys. It really is. And it's just kind of like how much you want to put into it is what you'll get out. But at the same time, I know there's also a limit to like what, people's computers can handle and everything like that. So it just depends. We'll see how we'll kind of feel it out and go by ear and sight and go from there. And for everybody watching, if that's something cool that you would like to see and think it's a good idea, definitely, show that you like it by, chatting or commenting. Go to the community tab and just comment on one of those, Yes, I'd like to see it, or, just, any way to get our attention, that makes us more apt to want to do it kind of thing. I think it'd be fun regardless whether it goes anywhere, just to, have a relaxing day if it doesn't go anywhere and we don't stream it, but I think that'd be pretty cool. I'll make a section and a role that we can use in the future for if somebody wants to run the co-op and they can post prices and stuff there. Okay, that would actually be pretty sweet. But then there's what I'm getting at with the possibilities are endless with it, because we have so many factories and everything like that. You could have a flour mill. That wouldn't be a part of the co-op. You can run a cotton gin for if anybody does cotton. The roles are endless. It's just how big and fancy can we go, I think honestly at that, we could, possibly, you know, at that point, you could almost, if everybody, is in line and on the same straight and narrow path with everything and have the same game plan, you know, I mean, we could surpass the squad. That's going to take a little bit, but in their ideas, so, and maybe they might copy off of us. Who knows? Maybe I'm just wishful thinking, or my eyes are bigger than my stomach kind of thing, but I'd be up to try anything. I mean, I'm all about the community growing, and because I have yet to meet one bad person on here, well, except for that one guy that made me shut my stream down because he wanted to be ignorant because I was new and didn't know how to take care of it on the live stream. God, that still pisses me off. So, make somebody a mod. I think Farmer Brian said he'd be a mod for me if I wanted to. That knows how to do all that stuff, so as soon as they see some ignorant crap like that, they can shut them down and make sure nobody else has to deal with it. That was a weird day. I don't want to get off on a tangent on that, but yeah, so the possibilities are endless. We could do, somebody's, all of us are doing farm and roll. I think, like I said, Sweden said his corner of the map would be pretty much all logging and stuff. So we got to really see if this map can handle all those trees, and we might have to see if the map can handle all the trees and everything without jitterbugging out. And anyway, and then there'll be a sawmill operator job open. You know what I mean? And then everybody, if they haven't created a map or created a YouTube or something like that and they wanted to stream, that would give them a platform to jump off on. Sweden, what exactly happened, if you don't mind me asking? I don't know how to say it without getting in trouble, but he was he was typing out racial slurs. And he was doing it one letter at a time. And, hey, Dover Gaming, it's good to see you again, bud. He's typing it out one letter at a time so the YouTube wouldn't pick it up on the words to block automatically. And then he was saying some other stupid shit. So he didn't, he's just typing it out. Being, truth be told, he's probably a 10-year-old with nothing better to do. Mommy and daddy never spanked him or something. So I don't know. I just, at that point, there ain't no room for that crap anymore. Them days are done. But that's enough about that because it's irritating just talking about it. But yeah, so that's what happened. Now, hopefully that gives you an idea. That's what I wrote that community post on there saying I won't tolerate that crap. Everybody's got entitled their own opinions and everything like that, but they don't need to be forcing it on everybody else. Yeah, I'm going to make a spot where you can say what your business will be and what channels you want to have in your section, and I think that would be cool. Okay. That would be pretty cool, actually. Like I said, we're still, I'm thinking January, February in there. Start off slow. Work it in there. I mean, if it goes, fast, that's fine too. But I definitely want the whole map made, if that makes sense, before we start role playing, if my opinion matters in that. Because I think if not, we'd be kind of doing an injustice for everybody that watched. But my goal is to role play on this map that I created. Reading that, it really doesn't make sense, but I'll work on it. You're fine, Piper. You're fine, buddy. You've already proven yourself to me. You ain't got nothing to prove no more. I trust you. Sweden feller, I don't know about him. He's a little shady sometimes. Just kidding, Sweden. I love you, buddy. So anybody got any New Year's resolutions yet? They're going to try to do better in 2025? Are we all going to do the same thing and say it, and then about a week after we drop it? You going to start your YouTube? I hope you do, Piper. I think you'd be really good at it. And obviously, if it's any consolation, if you need help doing anything or I can assist you with, I will gladly return the favor. You don't want to get F's in school anymore? Well, what's causing you to get F's? Do you know what the problem is? Because you got to address the problem before you can fix it, buddy. How about you, Dover Gaming? What's your New Year's resolution, if you don't mind me asking? And Ryan, you too, if you're still in here. All the lessons are just so boring, can't focus. Well, let me ask you this, Sweden. Is it boring because it's just not your thing? Or is it boring because they're teaching you stuff you kind of already know and it's not a challenge for you? Because my thing when I was in school, and this is high school, mind you, when I was in school, like, I just didn't understand. Like, my trouble was, believe it or not, don't laugh at me, was English and math. And here's what I'm going to tell you about math, okay? Math, it's good to know. You just have no interest in algebra and that stuff? Okay, well, you're going to like this then. But you're not going to like it at the same time. Okay, because I had the same problem. Geometry, for some reason I could do that. Okay? But algebra, I did struggle with. Your basic adding and multiplication, division, stuff like that, I could do. But I'm here to tell you right now, I'm 35 years old, bud. And I have not used the square root of anything in the real life. Even if you take geometry, you know, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, the Pythagorean theorem, because I use that stuff every day. Just kidding, I don't. Some of that stuff you're only going to use is in school. So the best thing to do is just do what you can. You know, put your nose to the grindstone and, you know, pass. I have no, okay, and I can't sit still for that many hours doing something I have no interest in. Okay. No, I get it. You're just a guy. That's basic biology. None of us can. You just gotta make it fun for yourself. I mean, you don't want to be a class clown or anything like that. I don't get good grades because I don't have motivation to get an English paper done. Them English papers are the worst. To be honest, I really don't have any. I just want my wife and I to continue to have the best life we can and be healthy. Man, amen to that, buddy. I hope you do too. That is the best answer I've heard. A lot of it's about, you know, I understand Thanksgiving's out of the way and everything like that, but you just got to be happy and thankful for what you got, and don't ever be too greedy. Because some people don't have what you are, and they're looking at you going, man, I wish I had that. So always appreciate what you have. You have to learn a whole new language in school? What? They tried to teach us Spanish. And I said, not no, but hell no. I was like, I don't plan on moving to Mexico, you know. And of course, I'm a dumb redneck kid at the time, so I'm like, this is America. We speak English. You know what I mean? So, and I've since grown wiser. You're doing German. See, German would be fun, I think. I honestly think that. I think German would be fun. They got some cool sounding words. And you know what's actually funny about American English is there's so many words that we use that are from other countries, and you don't even realize it. Like, you know, for instance, Piper, you'll understand this. Dover, you'll understand this too, most likely, and Ryan, same. Like kindergarten, that's German. You know, what was the others? They did a deal. I was watching somebody on YouTube that was it was a German student, a foreign exchange student, and she couldn't believe how many German words we actually had in the English language over here. But my German teacher is one of them adults who think they are trendy and cool, but he is just not one of those guys. Like Shat Parker is just Shadow Parker. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's well, even in football over here, for instance, you know, the when you're on defense and you're blitzing, that's, you know, German for the blitzkrieg. Hell, I'm sure if I look some up, we got some Swedish words over here too. I can't think of any off the top of my mind but I might use some every day. I think nine is no in German. I think Scheiser Lederhosen is shit my pants or something like that. You can have fun with it and make it interesting. And then, yeah, I know Spanish cuss words and stuff like that. You just pick that up, especially in a meat packing plant, because there's a lot of Spanish people that work there. Yeah, you were saying that earlier. It wouldn't surprise me. But the way the world, you know, truth be told, how easy it is to travel and everything like that, the world. Here's how I see it. I'm gonna predict the future here. It isn't gonna be very long. Well, it'll probably be hundreds of years. We won't be around, but you know, I have a feeling at one point there's gonna be kind of like a universal language all throughout every country, just because travel's so easy. You know, it starts out with, you know, words here and there, like somebody comes from Germany and over here and they pick up on words and they create word. It's, you know, like you got a lot of English words over there in Sweden. Especially up in Wisconsin. I think there's a lot of German descendants up there too, isn't there? But I think I'm gonna call it and say there's at one time there's gonna be every country is probably speaking somewhat of the same language, you know. Oh, I just had another idea, Piper. We could even, if the server can handle it, we could even have city workers. Or county workers is what I'd call it. Being since we're farming. You know, they mow the ditches and stuff and do stuff on the roads. I don't know if there'll ever be a, you know, a road grader mod, but you know, again, the possibility, if you have an actual community on this map, and as long as the server can handle it, I don't see why we couldn't do that. Need mods probably then? Yeah. Well, that's what I got you for, buddy. But you're going to have to be the one firing people, though, if they do a bad job. Because you the boss. I would definitely say after us four get on here and it does good and we start going into that, I think it would definitely be very smart of us to, I don't know about, wouldn't say an application process per se, but kind of really vet the people you bring on here so we don't, you know, in lack of better terms, get some shit starters on here, or shit stirrers. You know, people that have the same goal in mind and just got the same values and everything like that. So that'd be my only recommendation, but we can all chat about that. An application would be easy, because I think that's what that role play server for GTA that I like watching. I think that's what they do to go on there and, you know, stream and stuff like that. And be a part of that community. They got to do application processes. Then the boss has got to get a secretary. But no, I think that'd be the kind of the start of something great. I really do. And see, so you can kind of cross over. If there's other servers and other games doing it, why couldn't Farm Simulator do the same thing? I don't, you know, surely there's something out there that you could do. And I'm sure there's already one out there like that. I think I've seen one before. It's an actual server, and there's actual hours. You know, the server does the same stuff every day, so we'd just have to base the server in a central location with all of us, what time zone, and then everybody'd have to, you know, do that. Now, obviously, everybody's got full-time jobs. Obviously, if it gets big enough, that would probably be a full-time job. So we'd have to think of something for that. Application for the server would take maybe 10, 15 minutes to set up. Well, like I said, let's not put the cart before the horse. Let's see how it goes with just us four right now. Something to keep on the back burner and work a little slowly at it, and then go from there. Because I think, like I said, it's something that could possibly be great, but you don't want to go so fast at it you skip steps and this and that, or you miss something, and something great turns into not so great. But I think we got the right people to do that. Yep, you're 100% right, Piper. First stage is the map's got to get finished. Everybody's got to have their little piece on it. And I'll set the town up as close as I can. So if you want to work on mods, On that, Piper, some stuff I'd probably be needing is some American buildings, like some small town, Main Street buildings. Um, I've got a co-op mod in here that's close to the closest American co-op I've ever seen in my area, but it's still not exactly like mine. So I don't know. Is that something I could take pictures of, per se, and kind of give you measurements on how high it is and everything like that, just based on what I think it is, and send you pictures? Would that be a mod you could create based on pictures, or would you need more than that? Because I don't know how the whole mod thing works, so... I just have to learn how to model, then I could, but I'm not good at like making the models. I'm more better at okay. Alrighty. Well, no big deal. Like I said, we'll make do with what we got, and then if obviously the game or Giants comes out with a better model that looks similar to what we're looking for, we could swap stuff out. It's just the only thing that sucks about this is the being beginning of 25 here, there's not a lot of mods out for buildings and stuff like that. Excuse me. But no, I think it'd be pretty neat. I'm actually kind of excited for the future on that. If we can all, like I said, one step at a time and do it right, I could think that could definitely be something great. Oh, if a model comes out, you can change stuff on it? Okay. That's pretty cool. I'm in so hard and I'm not good at the games. Man, that game must have really blown up there here lately. That sounds like a lot of work, Piper. Talking about markets and stuff. That's crazy. What? How am I missing that? You gotta be kidding me. Come on now. Any other time you'd have reached over and grabbed that other node. That's crazy. I have to do another strip because of that. Son of a gun. Well, You know what they say, I is our special. I have super lifted Ford, and it's so tall I can run over the rich players' cars. Yeah, I always liked that. Of course, I never played it when it actually had real cars and trucks in it, you know, with the mods and everything. But that one big old lifted Ford, that's what it looked like it was based on to me. I always liked driving that thing. Go out there and play in the sand dunes or the red light racetrack or whatever it was. Oh, that's the one you got? Not a real Ford for me, at least. Yeah. That old truck over there, I'd like to own that truck in real life. I mean, I'm a 1-ton liker, I guess. I don't like driving half tons anymore if I can help it, but that one over there, if I find a model just like that with about as much power as it got, that'd be pretty sweet. Whoever did that mod did that right. Did it justice. Do the casino heist over and over again. Blow all the money on cars. How much you get on the casino heist? You lost 30 grand gambling today? That's not good. I think you got a problem there, Piper. You need to rob those guys. Oh, man. You know, I'm kind of tend to believe all those naysayers saying the video games is what robbed our youth. Damn kids got gambling addictions before they're 20. Talk about robbing the casino to get them back. I was really bad at that time, so we only got like 350,000 each, but if you're kind of good, you can make 500 grand each. Well, that's pretty sweet. That's a lot of money. I guess not if you're buying expensive cars, but hey, it's up, bro. What mod are you using for these lines? Okay, so that's the enhanced vehicle mod. I got that from a buddy of mine. His name's Farmer Brian. It's out there online. You can download it, though. It's not on Mod Hub, I don't think. But it is out there online. You can download it from maybe Mod Network or King Mods or something like that. It'll give you the lines and everything, and then obviously down at the right hand corner where my speedometer is, it'll change that up. Obviously, I ain't got it all figured out yet, but there's a lot of stuff it can do. And then when you're creating fields like this, it's really nice to have. Now, when the fields are all created, I'll probably go back to the regular one. I'm not for sure yet. Just have to play it by ear. But you should be able to find it there, buddy. Hopefully that helps. The lowrider upgrade is not cheap. Man, you're not supposed to lower cars, buddy. You're supposed to lift them up high in the sky. They say the reason for that is because fat girls can't jump. Sorry, I apologize. That's probably not politically correct. We can't be calling girls fat. We'll call them big bone girls can't jump. Well, yeah, it's funny. It's usually the shit you can't do that's funny. We got a subculture here in Sweden called Raggar, and their cars are really cool. Oh, okay, I'll have to check that out, Sweden. Fridge destroyer. We just call those 2-ton Tinas over here. No, that's not right. I apologize. Everybody's beautiful. Man, that really sucks. I gotta go over and get that one little line. Can't believe I did that. I'm such a new guy. So new I don't know what to do. That's a rookie mistake. So they just ride around in old American muscle cars, drinking and playing loud music. That sounds like a Saturday night here, bud. Local high school parking lot. Sometimes the heavies are good looking though. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'll be completely no bullshit. I don't. When it comes to me, if she ain't too. I ain't heard that one in a while. You know, honestly, like no lying here. My deal when it comes to the ladies is my only requirement is they got to have a pretty face. I mean, yes, truth be told, I'd like to be able to touch fingers when I give them a hug, but it's man, it gets really cold here in Kansas during the winter, and you know, need some winter heat. Yeah, that's my typical go-to. My go-to is I've got to be able to hold a conversation with you. If it is painful to try to keep a conversation going with you, man, I'm down the road, quicker than anything. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, if you give somebody a hug and you can't touch fingers, that might be a little big, bud. But that's just me. That's my personal opinion. Everybody's different. Everybody's got their little thing. Different strokes for different folks. But no, if I can have a conversation with you and you got a pretty face, heck yeah. I'm down like a clown. I'm gonna quit streaming so late on Sundays. Making me say all kinds of nasty stuff. Sounds like one of your cousins. That ain't very nice, Sweden. That's family. No fingers are being touched around her. Yeah. What was it on that movie that I still laugh to today? Um, it was one of the Rush Hour movies. I want to say it was Rush Hour 2. And if you ain't seen it, go watch it. And Chris Tucker, he was being a traffic cop at the time, and he arrests these two girls getting their license, and ends up trying to get them to go out on a date. And he's talking to one, and she's a little bit bigger girl, obviously. She said, he's like, man, you're heavy, or whatever he says, and pretty much asking her why. And she goes, I got a glandular problem. He straight up looks at her and says, well, quit eating them. That was the sneakiest line I've ever seen. She's nice, tough. Well, that's good. Kind of one of those mess around and find out kind of things. Oh, you mean though? Okay. She's nice though. Okay. That would be spelled Though. You just missing the H on there, buddy. And text messaging and world and everything like that over here, I think a lot of people just put THO. If that helps you at all, Sweden. I mean, a lot of gals out there are real sweethearts. Don't get me wrong. They got the nicest personalities, But then there's some of them that. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't understand why they would be mean. Uh, face looks like a bulldog. They probably drool like a bulldog, and they still got a shitty attitude. Like what? Something's got to change, or you're going to be, the single old cat lady, and you just don't understand it. But no, me personally, honestly, big, tall, small, thin, I don't care, man. If you're nice and you got a personality, you describe one girl in my class. Oh, I'm horrible. But all of that, you can. It don't matter what you are. If you got a good personality and I can have a conversation with you, I'll vibe with you. I really will. Oh, I better be doing it. Okay, it was just laggy or whatever. I got a new PC, so I got to start a new farm. Can I get the save game file? Okay, on that, I don't know how to do that. Oh man, Piper picked a good time to leave because I said I was going to quit streaming after I got that field done over there. What else could we do? I literally can't go too much longer because I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up for work. Oh, that's my face right up close. Wasn't expecting that. Play some trees. I could probably do that. Wait till he gets back just to say, "Hey, I'm done. I'm here for a long," go through my whole spiel. He'd probably be like, "What the hell?" All right, plant some trees. Trees. I don't know, Sweden. I'm gonna plant some damn trees. You might not be able to do your farm. I hope you will be able to. This time we were here for a long time. Yeah, you're right. I'd have never guessed for an instant I'd had more people in here keeping me on this damn thing on a Sunday than a Saturday. I originally just did this stream till that one feller got on because I promised him. I was like, I'll be on here for, 30, 45 minutes, an hour and a half max. If he ain't on here, I'll just like, I'll just end it here. And then I was like, we'll finish this up. And then here come Piper, He's so busy, I try to stay on here and at least chat with him, It's one of those things. The things you do for your community, Nah, I really enjoy it. You guys are fun, and I mean, at some point, I'm going to have to, you know, say, hey, I got to get off here. But I have to, let me look at consult Google Maps here. I want to make sure something. Because now that we're getting down in the detail and the nitty gritty, I want to be right. Okay, there we are. Okay, so on that field, well, I can do this and fix this over here. Because this is that field that I said that it's kind of got a little character to it. So let's go to painting. And it's going to kind of look weird, but it's a waterway. Like a field drainage area. Painting. Go to grass. Right there. And yeah, about in the middle of this field here. So let's go bigger size. Change the cursor shape. About right in here. Does this little number. And then it V's out to here. Go a little smaller around that corner off. And then, like I said, this is a little waterway, and I'll model that later. There's not water in it, just when there's a lot of rain, this is kind of a low-lying area where the water forms. And then there's probably another little, I ain't ever been back in here, but there's probably like a little ditch / creek that's dry that runs down here, because all the water will run down here into this drainage area, and then this will go back into here. And I do believe there's kind of like a little, I had to look at Google Maps, obviously. Actually, I'm on there so I can look. Yeah, it looks like there's a little kind of retention pond, man-made thing, so down there. But so there's that. And then this field that I just plowed has one coming through it too, and it is weird shaped. I'm gonna say it starts about, let's go big, about right here, and it comes up, kind of does a little ziggy zag. It's not perfect, but it starts angling up here. And then really starts angling and cuts up to this corner. So another drainage area. So we would round that corner, and round that corner. And then, for whatever reason, there's another one off of this that literally goes straight. So about right in here. Stops about right there. So don't ask me why it is the way it is. It's just the way it is. Besides the water runoff, and then there's a little bridge right here. So yeah, and then it comes over here, and then it fingers off. But then there's some more over here, obviously, too. This over here looks to be about 1, 2, 3, 4. It's probably all one field, but they got so much drainage and trees that it's like 4 or 5 fields over in here. So they're a little bit smaller. But I wonder if the map is showing that yet. Because it still ain't made my fixed my mistake last time I did it. You know, see, it hasn't added nothing. So I'll probably have to come out of the game and then come back in. But anyway, that's all kind of what I can do right now without going on for another couple hours. And I literally cannot do that, guys. But Piper, I'm sorry, buddy. I've got to get off here and go to bed. Apologize. You can hit me up on Discord and cuss me out if you want. That's fine. I accept it. There he is. Piper, I've got to go. It's getting late. I tried to place some trees, did the waterway, and everything like that, but it's getting late and I got to work early in the morning. And I got to go check on that calf. So, but anyway, guys, thank you all for joining. I'm glad if you came in and you commented and chatted, awesome. I really appreciate you and love having you. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. And I will see you all next time.